just how valuable is a practice like today and a rare opportunity just to tighten things up and get you ready for 2 games and 2 nights coming up, Mike?
Well, obviously we had her going real good, and then suddenly we've come off it for 2 games. We didn't like 4 of our last 6 periods at all. And so we thought we got our work ethic and our speed back last night in the second, and then we're able to capitalize and feel better about ourselves in the third. So we try to focus on our details, but get back skating and skating like we can. We have to play fast in order to have success. We've been slow on defense, so other teams have more time on the puck, and we just tried to tighten that up without being out there too long, just because we got the amount of hockey we got.
You look at the schedule this year. There's not huge losing streaks for you guys. You're pretty consistent and bounce back. Is that a message that you deliver to? Just kind of look at your resilience throughout the year.
Well, I don't think, we don't spend any time talking about that. We just talk about the next day. We went through what we have left. We have 12 games to prepare, and we got to keep getting better. We just, for our last 10-game segment, we just ended up dropping the last 2 games. And so obviously you don't want to drop any games at any time. We didn't like the way we played, like I said, 4 of those periods, and so it's just a matter of getting back on track. We're gonna, every night in the National Hockey League, you play a good team that's real hungry, and you got to play well.
Not that injuries are an excuse, but how much does Travis and Jake and their ability to transport the puck, how much is that missed?
Well, this way I look at this is that we're here to discuss the players in the lineup, not the ones without, and I don't buy into any of that. You put our uniform on, you got to be ready to go, and injuries are all part of sport. It doesn't matter who's playing. So we expect a lot from our group. Doesn't matter if you've played 3 games, 5 games, 10 games, or you just got called up from the Marlies.
Did you feel like the group was ready, like at the start last 2 games? Like, in the lead up, did you feel like they were?
Oh yeah, but just because I feel like they're ready didn't matter much. You watched just like I do. We weren't good enough, So the first night we had no energy, and we never ever got going at any time in the game to show any energy. We just never got it. We didn't have it. So I think that's a totally different thing. I think last night's game, though, was one of those games that we didn't score early. They did, and it took us a while to get to the level we wanted to play at. Now, we had every opportunity in the world, and we didn't get it done in the end, but if you don't start on time, you don't usually get it done.
Against the Flyers, who will be obviously desperate, trying to get back in the playoff race, represent almost a perfect challenge for the group.
Well, and I think that was last night too, but I think that's everybody you're playing. Like I don't think when you're looking at our group that we need a lot of that. To be honest with you, we understand what's at stake for us. We understand our opportunity is here and now. Next year in sport never comes. We play in a real good division with real good teams. You got to be on top of your game.
You also have got some real good play from Garrett Sparks in the last couple of games.
Well, I think just getting on Sparky in the net, is good for him. Obviously, he's playing one of the 2 games here this weekend, and I guess on the other side of that, you can say Freddie wasn't in the net, so it gets him a freshen up too. So we need Freddie at the top of his game. We all know that, and he's the backbone to our club, and so we got to do what we can to support him.
Do you feel like Austin and Willie are starting to get it going together again?
Well, I just thought for me last night, Willie was in on the most he's been in this year, and I thought he skated real well. I thought he competed real hard. I thought he was at the net. I thought he tipped pucks. Even before they got any offense to go for them, he had to hit the post a couple times and been in home free. But I liked how he tracked, how he worked, how he got to the net. So that's the biggest thing. Austin's now been going for, I don't know how long, but he's been going. And so if you play with him, you got another opportunity there. But you also got to play good to play them. He wants to play with good players that are playing hard and competing hard and playing 200 feet.
What did you see from Moore getting more responsibility?
Well, I just thought Mooresy at the start of the game, didn't go for him in the first period with that group. When we put him with Naz, I thought he was good. Now, Moorsy's been good. Now his job's normally more limited than it was, but he's been real good for us and been a worker and a forechecker and played with speed, makes good plays with the puck, has good detail in his game. I thought in the second and third last night he had that back.
How's that feeling?
Yeah, he's not here.
Is he out for tomorrow? Or do
No, I sure hope not.
Just on another topic, the Lethbridge team that you coached 25 years ago to their University Cup.
Thanks for asking me that.
They're being honored tonight, that team, at an alumni ceremony. I'm just wondering your thoughts on that coaching job that you did and where that ranks for you.
Well, I think the first thing is I better send a nice note here this afternoon. There's been a group email going around. I haven't jumped on it, so I'll have to do that. The second thing, obviously, it was a real good time in my life. I think we had a 1-year-old at the time, and living in Lethbridge is a great city and great town, and that program had never won, and we were able to, with an unbelievable group of guys, find a way to get it done in the end and win a national championship here at Maple Leaf Gardens. a thrill of a lifetime. And for a lot of those guys, that was the end of their hockey career. So I'm sure they've told stories about it over and over again. I don't know how many are true, but I'm sure they told the stories. So, you know, for me, it's highlight for sure, and one of the best jobs, if not the best job I ever did in my life, and enjoyed the group a lot and had a lot of fun.